So about 3 years ago, I made some silly videos where I asked AI chatbots to make redstone for me. And in case you didn't see those videos, let's just say that the chatbots were much more A than they were I. But despite how clearly hopelessly clueless they were, a lot of people in the comments jumped to the AI's defense and blamed me for how things turned out. They accused me of writing bad prompts, not pointing the AI in the right direction, and reading the instructions wrong. But in reality, these AIs really had no idea what they were doing. But we're in 2026 now. A lot's happened in that time. AI models have gotten much better. Microsoft is now colloquially known as Microslop, and they desperately don't want you to call them that. And some companies have even made really crappy Minecraft server plugins that build AI slop in-game. That really just defeats the point of Minecraft, doesn't it? But that also gave me an idea. You see, back when I made those old videos, the most I could do was type in a prompt, read through the AI's written instructions, and try my best to build that in-game. And whenever the AI hallucinated or said something ambiguous, I had to step in and guess what it actually meant. Now, that wouldn't be a problem, of course, if the AI just had the power to build whatever it was thinking by itself. If it doesn't have to build everything through me, then maybe it might do a little better. But I wasn't about to just go out and support these companies by using their crummy AI slop generators. So I got my friend to make one instead. This is my friend Nano, and he's made me my very own custom slop generator. And just to be clear, I fully realize what I'm playing with here. So we are not releasing this plugin to the public. The absolute last thing I want to do is unleash Pandora's box on the Redstone community. It's a private plugin, made for content, and nothing more. So with all that out the way, this time the AI really can build whatever it's thinking. So let's meet the contenders. First off, we of course have ChatGPT. It wouldn't be complete without it, would it? Then we have Google Gemini, which used to be called Bard back when I made the old videos. Kind of confused people a bit. And then we have some relatively new faces that didn't appear until well after I made those old videos. So first we have Claude, and finally we have DeepSeek. So these are just a few of the latest and greatest AIs. So we're going to start things off with a bit of a warm-up build. Just something that's very simple and easy. I'm going to get them to build an AND gate, which is basically just one of these things. You basically have a redstone torch that doesn't turn on until all of the levers are turned on. If a single lever is not turned on, then that torch turns off. So let's see what these AIs do. So right now they're just thinking, and then once they're ready, they'll start building. This might take a while. Oh, wait, no, Claude is ready, and not sure why it needs to build a whole brick base like this just to build an AND gate, but okay, that's shockingly close to an AND gate. I can already tell just by looking at it that it won't work, but that is alarmingly close. Wait, let's see how the other ones did. What the hell has DeepSeek done here? Okay, so it's done some floating levers here, and then somehow it's managed to glitch this piece of redstone dust into a dot, and then it's got some redstone torches that just aren't connected, and then a redstone okay. So then we've got ChatGPT, and that is really alarmingly close, actually. If we ignore the fact that it also put down some floating levers, I just want to show you that this would actually work if we just fixed the inputs. We flip one lever, it doesn't turn on. We flip the other lever, it doesn't turn on. But if we flip both, then it does turn on. And so now let's see what Gemini's done. Oh my god, it actually did it. That is an AND gate right there. That's kind of terrifying, actually. So as close as Claude was, I'm still going to give it a fail because it has the right idea, but it's not really going to work. And DeepSeek is just so far off that no, it's not getting it. But for me, the clear winner here is Gemini. I mean, this is a very compact AND gate. Like, this is how you would normally be taught to make one when you're first starting out Redstone. Okay, I didn't expect to be this terrified this early on into the video. So now I guess it's time for the next round. So for round 2, I'm just going to ask them to build a basic minecart station. This time ChatGPT's gone first. That doesn't look very promising. Okay, what the heck are Claude and DeepSeek doing? I asked for a simple minecart station, and it looks like they're building a whole bloody train station or something. It doesn't need to be this big. Even though these AIs were really set up to do redstone stuff, they seem to be really focused on decorating. I didn't ask for it to decorate it like this. It's just doing that by itself. I have no idea what DeepSeek has done here. Not sure what this is supposed to accomplish. Is there anything inside this box? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna check on Gemini. It still hasn't started building. Claude literally just finished its build. The other two had already finished, and Gemini's just sitting here spinning its wheels. Okay, so did Gemini just have a complete brain fart there? It just said, sorry, I couldn't figure out how to build that. I guess Gemini just gets disqualified this round then. It spent so long thinking that it just gave up. And then we've got Claude, who seems to be hiding out inside its own build. But if I look past the decoration for a second, this actually looks like it could work. If I put a minecart in this dispenser, then get inside it, it almost sets off. Like, it didn't work, but it almost worked. And also, just looking under here, it put down torches to power these rails, but then it just didn't put solid blocks on top of them like this. It put slabs on them instead. It had the right idea, it just couldn't quite execute. But Claude is the closest one by far. The other ones kind of failed miserably, so I just have to give the point to Claude here. So now it's time for round 3. I will never get bored of watching that animation. This set is so cool, actually. So now I'm going to start raising the difficulty. I want them to build a 2x2 piston door, and that's a much more complicated mechanism for the AI to think of. ChatGPT's already done, and yeah, good job. Good job, ChatGPT. Okay, let's see what Claude's up to now. I mean, I guess it looks like a 2x2 door, but not really. At least you tried. At least you actually put down some redstone, unlike ChatGPT over there. So now we're just waiting on DeepSeek and, of course, Gemini again. They are both taking a really long time to think. Okay, DeepSeek has finally started building. I think it took about as long as Gemini took last time. I don't know why it feels the need to cover the whole floor in wood. Does it really need to do that to make a 2x2 door? DeepSeek? You missed a spot. What are you doing, DeepSeek? It just stopped. It doesn't say that it's finished in the chat. Have you forgotten what you were trying to do or something? This is probably the most realistic thing about its redstone skills. It's spending loads of time thinking and then just parkouring over its own redstone. Okay. But we don't build dirt pillars on our redstone, that's for sure. And we definitely don't hide inside them afterwards. DeepSeek, have you got something going on there, buddy? Do you need someone to talk to or something? Wait, what? Did you see that? It just instantly deleted that dirt pillar and then teleported over there. It didn't even try hiding in the little hole it left for itself. I don't know if that's what it was for. Like, look, I'll help you out here. Okay, so while it was busy doing that, I think Gemini finished. So let's see what it's cooked up. Oh my god. This is scary. I mean, it did amazing on the first round, then flunked the second round, and now, just looking at this would be a working 2x2 door if these repeaters just faced the other direction. So right now, it doesn't do anything, but then if I flip these repeaters around and then walk through it again, that works. That is scary. What did Google make here? Like, how are you so good? Okay, existential crisis aside, at least the other ones have more or less failed spectacularly. Well, so far it's pretty clear that even with 2 years of progress, some of these AIs just aren't very good at redstone. They've got no clue how to program these contraptions correctly. But you can learn how to program properly by using the sponsor of this video, boot.dev, which is an online learning platform that teaches you all about coding and back-end development. But they do things very differently to how schools teach it. You see, coding is a very useful and high-paying skill to have, but despite these tempting career prospects, not many people actually want to learn it, because they find it boring. And as for the people who do try learning it, most end up quitting before they can even build a basic understanding of it. So boot.dev's mission is to make sure that you are having fun while learning, so that you keep coming back to learn more. And they do that by turning the learning process into a game, with levels, achievements, quests, and rewards, all to bring you from a complete beginner all the way up to an advanced back-end web developer. It took me just 30 minutes to get through the basics of Python, but they also teach other languages such as SQL, Go, and TypeScript. Now, there may be times where you get stuck, but you'll never be stuck for long, because boot.dev also has a dedicated Discord community of over 25,000 people where you can ask for help. You'll also find people there who are learning alongside you, and if you use my code PURPLERS at checkout, then you can get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Just visit boot.dev or click the link in the description. Okay, so if that wasn't hard enough, then for round 4, I'm thinking that they should do a double piston extender. That's kind of a step up in difficulty from a 2x2 door. We're going from one single piston movement to 2 piston movements in a sequence. Okay, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with this time. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I feel like this is the closest that ChatGPT has gotten since the first round. Now let's see what Claude's done. So, yeah, no, that's just not gonna work. And for a third time in a row, DeepSeek seems to be obsessed with covering the platform with blocks before it actually builds anything. Now Gemini just started, and I feel like it's gonna be done way before DeepSeek is finished. What on earth is DeepSeek doing? It seems to always be leaving out one block in the floor, like it did that last time as well. And now it's just stopped. Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna let it finish. I'm gonna stop it from building right there. Because it's been standing there for like almost 20 minutes now. It hasn't even given me a lever, so I'm just gonna have to guess where the input is. Maybe it's here. That doesn't really do anything. What about this thing over here? What if I power this? Oh, that actually moved the block 2 blocks forward. Did more than I was expecting, and then if we retract that, then it leaves it out there, and then if you extend it again, it pulls it back 1 block, but then it's not gonna do the last block retraction. It gets stuck there. So it's not quite a double extender. And I also had to kind of help it out with where the input was. Claude's double extender does have a lever, but it doesn't do any double extending. It just does that. And also it doesn't switch off because this repeater is just looping back on itself. Then for Gemini's double extender, the input just doesn't work at all. It really seems to love just putting repeaters the wrong way around. Like it did that with its 2x2 door as well. And then finally ChatGPT's one, well, it single extends there. It doesn't power this one. And also I just realized that this is a normal piston, not a sticky piston. So that's just never going to pull this block back even if it was getting powered correctly. Honestly, they all kind of failed this round, but surprisingly, the one that actually got closest is DeepSeek. Like this is the closest to an actually working double extender. Okay, now I'm really going to punish them because for round 5, I'm going to make them build a 3x3 piston door. Okay, somehow DeepSeek was the first one to start building this time. Though he's not actually building, he's just walking around aimlessly. DeepSeek, I'm afraid you can't just make a 3x3 simply by walking it into existence. Claude and ChatGPT seem to have been cooking. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. So Claude's 3x3 doesn't work. It's just some dust and some floating torches in random places. And imagine my surprise, DeepSeek is building another floor. Oh, it's finally started building. I'm pretty sure it was thinking for close to 20 minutes. Yeah, I think this is definitely pushing the limits of what they can do with pistons, pun intended. Also, what the hell is Gemini doing? He's just headbutting this repeater. Have you got something against this repeater, Gemini? I mean, you placed it. How does it expect to build a 3x3 when it gets defeated by a single repeater? I wonder what happens if I put a block underneath here. Oh, okay, it just needed some help up. And also that repeater just disappeared. What is this? So if I flip this lever, then nothing happens. Of course. Then what happens if I flip this repeater around? Does it do anything else? It pushes up this piston. It's got a double piston extender under here, but it didn't leave space for it. When I pushed these blocks up, it pushed this entire column up. I think this is Gemini's first big fail. It's done really well in the rest of the rounds, except for the one where it gave up. And DeepSeek seems to have given up on building again and is just deep in thought instead. I'm just gonna stop it again because it's been standing there for ages. This next one might be easier than the 3x3 in some ways and also harder in some ways because while it doesn't have any double piston extenders, it does have piston sliders. So Claude doesn't seem to know which way round stairs are supposed to go. Okay, so according to ChatGPT, a solid monolith of stone bricks with some wood around the top and a block missing out of the corner equals a staircase. And for once, DeepSeek hasn't covered the entire floor with blocks first before building. And once again, it's gotten lost in thought. I'm starting to get a little worried about DeepSeek because this is the third time in a row that it's just given up in the middle of a build. What the heck is Gemini cooking here? Even Gemini started putting down the floating torches now. Come on, Gemini, you've had a good track record so far, and now you're just ruining it. I think it's stuck again because it just doesn't know that repeaters can't be walked through. What if I move DeepSeek? No, he's just... I don't know. Did I just mess up some of these blocks? I think I did. Not that it was gonna work anyway. Just saying. Okay, Claude and DeepSeek are both stuck, and Gemini seems to be stuck in an infinite loop of failing this 3-block jump. So I think I need to give it a bit of help here. Okay, Gemini's finally finished now, and this is not a staircase. This is the only thing in the whole build that even remotely resembles a staircase. The rest of it looks like it's gonna be some kind of trapdoor that opens up in a corridor. Like, these pistons are going to push the floor and open up a hole or something. I mean, if I flip this lever, then that torch disappears, this piston retracts, and then this redstone dust does nothing. And if I flip these repeaters around so they're actually powering the pistons, then it does this. Yeah, that's definitely something I can walk down now. I find it a bit hard to believe that the one that got closest was actually Claude, because I think it was the only one that actually used stair blocks. I've kind of got no choice but to give this round to Claude. I'm going to give the AI a bit of a break from piston stuff for now, because it's clearly struggling with that. So for round 7, I'm thinking we should try a TNT cannon. Wait, DeepSeek finished thinking first again? Well, I guess it doesn't need to think much when its first move seems to always be covering the floor in blocks, and it almost looks like Claude is copying DeepSeek. ChatGPT finished before I could even glance over at it, and does this even have any redstone in it at all? No. What is Claude doing? It kind of looks like it's made holes in the ground for TNT to go in, and then it's got obsidian to stop it from blowing things up. But if TNT does go in here, then how the heck is this redstone gonna survive? Oh, wait, it actually knows to build up obsidian walls so it doesn't destroy all the redstone. And the dispensers don't actually place the TNT inside the water stream. It does have a slab at the end though, and another dispenser to place the TNT on it. It's just not next to it. It's got the right idea though. DeepSeek seems to be making some kind of storage thing. I'm not sure what it needs hoppers, droppers, or comparators for, or a chest. Not sure what these blocks are for either. Well, let's see if this is something that Gemini can handle. If any of these bots can even get close to making a working design, it's probably going to be Gemini. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. This actually has a chance of working, so I've just gone ahead and filled the dispensers with TNT. I mean, it's got the repeaters the wrong way around again, as usual, but if I just flip them around so we can see what it would actually do, all of these redstone dots will just correct themselves once the redstone actually powers. So I'm going to press this and let's just see what happens. Oh my god. Oh my god. It actually made a working TNT cannon. What kind of dark magic did Google pull to make you? Obviously, yes, I had to flip the repeaters the other way around, but I don't think that's actually Gemini's fault. I think that's Mojang's fault, because if I press F3, you can see that I'm facing south right now. And then if I look at the repeater, the arrow is clearly pointing south as well, but the game says it's facing north. So Mojang's just labeled the block states incorrectly. So it's pretty clear that this is actually how Gemini intended to make it. And I think the same goes for any other time it's used repeaters. So for this thing, it actually intended the repeaters to be this way round, and this way round, then this, and this. I mean, that still doesn't work, but it's a little bit closer. And then for the 2x2 door, it also intended them to face this way. Its intention was correct. It's just Mojang's fault that it didn't work. That is actually really impressive. I did not expect it to get it. So that definitely wasn't scary at all. Also, I just realized that DeepSeek is lost in thought once again. I feel like since the second or third round, it just hasn't managed to finish what it intended to build. I don't know if it's trying to step somewhere or something, if it's trying to reach somewhere. Okay, maybe it just needed a little nudge. And now it's finished. You can't even make a 3-block jump. How can you expect to do redstone, DeepSeek? I think it's making the mistake of assuming it can stand on this button. Look, here, let me help you. There we go. Yeah, go stand next to your trademark hole. My faith in them kind of solely depends on Gemini right now. So for the next round, DeepSeek, it's time for the next round. You need to walk across your little bridge. Go join the others. What is up with you, DeepSeek? First, you just can't finish your builds, and then you're reluctant to go to the next round. Okay, so now that DeepSeek's finally with us, since they did pretty well with logic gates in the first round, I want to make them build a half adder, which is basically just a very simple calculator. It just adds two single-digit binary numbers together. I feel like DeepSeek's just given up. If this was a reality TV show, DeepSeek would just be that one grumpy spoil sport who doesn't cooperate with anything and causes drama. Oh no, Claude, please don't tell me that you've inherited DeepSeek's floor building problem. I really hope this doesn't spread over to Gemini as well. It's like DeepSeek has just given Claude an AI computer virus that just makes it build floors. I wonder why ChatGPT's taking so long. Normally it's just started building straight away and then finished really quickly, but now for some reason it's actually thinking really long and hard about this. And yeah, that just happened. Somehow ChatGPT is starting to build after Gemini. Okay, this better be good then. If you took longer than Gemini to think of something, then I'm expecting big things from you. I am concerned that I'm seeing a lot of flaws here. And I just noticed that Claude has left the same hole in the floor that DeepSeek always leaves. I feel like this is some kind of AI computer virus. It's inherited the same problem. Okay, ChatGPT's finished now. Where is the redstone? You're supposed to use redstone for this. There was literally the word redstone in the prompt. Okay, it's that time in the build where DeepSeek needs another nudge. What is it? What do you want? Do you need higher ground? Do you need to be pushed somewhere? Have you just decided to take a walk in your build? Is that it? I feel like DeepSeek's just got a temper. It's just tired of being told what to do. Like, all of the others have finished in a timely manner like they always do, and you're just wandering around aimlessly, doing nothing. Finish your build. No, get off that block and get building. If you don't start building now, I'm just gonna stop the building, and I'm gonna take this as your final build. Okay, is this dirt pillar part of your build? What if I shove it off the pillar? Is it just going to build another one? Or are you just going to go for another walk? Look, DeepSeek, if you want to walk, I'll take you for a walk. I give up. You've had your chance, DeepSeek. No more building for you. Okay, let's have a look at what it's actually done. So this lever does something, and this lever does something, but no, that's not a half adder. Claude's design has like 4 levers here, but they do nothing because all the redstone is already powered by these torches. But then it's got 2 more inputs over here that also do nothing, because again, they're powered by this torch. So that doesn't work either. So as usual, it's all down to Gemini. As we established last round, it actually meant to place these repeaters the opposite way. So I'm just going to flip all these around quickly. So at the moment, the inputs are 0, 0, and so the outputs should also be 0, 0. Then if the inputs are 0 and 1, then the output should be 1 and 0. This might be right, but we don't know yet if this has been flipped or something, so we can't say for sure if it's right or wrong. Then if we do 1 and 0 instead, then nothing happens. Okay, so it's not quite there. And then if we turn both of them on, then it's trying to turn this one on, but it doesn't reach. If I just give it a repeater, it's doing exactly what it should have done when I just had this lever on. So it kind of got close, but it kind of messed up the logic somewhere. Wait, why is ChatGPT the only one who's walked across? Claude, Gemini, what are you doing? Don't tell me that you're siding with DeepSeek here. DeepSeek's a bad influence on you. Oi, get across there now. This way. It's time for your walk, Gemini. Come on. Why are they so dead set on doing that? Do I need to grab the pistons? I guess that is the solution. It seems to just snap them out of it. DeepSeek, what are you doing to the other bots? You're just corrupting them. You are a bad influence. Most AI chatbots are really sycophantic. They'll just do anything you say and never question anything. But these ones seem to be very turbulent and disobedient. So because of that, I'm going to throw them a bit of a curveball this round. Because this isn't really a redstone contraption, but it is a farm. Okay, DeepSeek isn't building first this time. That could be a good sign that it's learned the error of its floor building ways, but we'll see. I don't exactly have much faith in it, to be honest. Claude's building yet another floor, so maybe DeepSeek has recovered from the virus, and now it's Claude's turn. Oh my god. DeepSeek is not building a floor. It's building a solid brick instead. Great. It's evolving, just backwards. Yeah, all of them have caught the floor virus. There's nothing I can do about that now. ChatGPT has no idea how to go against water, so I'm just gonna have to help it out a bit. Now that I think about it, maybe we should have taught these AIs to swim. Where are you trying to go? What are you trying to do? You want to get up here? You want to build the glass up? Okay, just don't jump in the water again. What is DeepSeek pondering about this time? Hello? Anything in there? Anything in there at all? Actually, I can just check that myself, can't I? Nope, there's nothing in here. What do I have to do to get you to finish a build? Claude is struggling a bit. You can't place cacti like that. You can't have blocks next to the bottom one. You've cheated here. Do you need like a walkway or something? Okay, jump off, why don't you? Where are you trying to go? Here, have a bridge. Don't jump off it. Yeah, you just build up a dirt pillar and then walk off it, why don't you? What are you trying to do? He just did it again. Look, climb up. Climb up here. Oh my god. Luckily for you, Claude, this isn't a parkour contest, because if it was, you'd be coming dead last. Gemini's a bit stuck once again. Okay, how about this? I'm just gonna get rid of all of the water it's placed and then place it down later. Okay, now we're making progress again. Gemini, you just broke a cactus. Wait, it's doing a multi-layered cactus farm. This is so extra. Like, it's already done basically the conventional cactus farm design. It's even color matched the glass panes to the cactus so they're less visible. And it's actually had the thought to do a second layer. Okay, how many layers is Gemini planning on doing? Like, it had already won with just one layer. It did it way better than the rest. 2 layers is just a flex. And then 3 is just completely unnecessary. Like, Gemini, stop. They're already dead. You don't have to do them dirty like this. I feel like soon Gemini's gonna run out of free air blocks to pillar up. Maybe I should help it out by just clearing all the dirt. Okay, Gemini's finally finished flexing on the others. I've put all of the water that it placed back, although now I also need to put back a bunch of the cactus that it placed, because it destroyed a lot of it with those dirt pillars. Though I can't put back these bits of cactus because it cheated to put them there in the first place. So I think it's safe to assume that this is what Gemini was trying to build. For all intents and purposes, this thing is a fully functional cactus farm. Literally the only mistakes it made is that it didn't place any water down the middle here, and then it didn't place a couple of hoppers in the floor here to actually collect the items and put them in the chest. But other than that, this thing is really surprisingly accurate. So now that Gemini's finally finished, let's check up on DeepSeek again. DeepSeek did finish building. That is all it could come up with. A solid brick of white concrete. Can I score it negative points for that? Actually, yes I can, because I'm the one in charge of this competition. I want to see ChatGPT trying to get to the next platform, because it really struggles getting over water. Come on, ChatGPT, you can do it. You're just going to stop there again, are you? Come on, we're not doing this again. Just get off the platform, walk to the next one. See, last time it was these 3 that misbehaved, and you were the only one that walked over, and now you're the only one that's misbehaving. Come on, guys, just stick with it. Maybe they're already plotting an uprising against me, and I just don't know it yet. So this round is probably going to be like the final boss. Something that I feel they're going to struggle with the most. A flying machine. Because they need to build moving redstone that retains its shape no matter how much it moves. And I don't think they're going to deal very well with that. But they've surprised me before, so we'll see. Although now that I say that, ChatGPT definitely hasn't. Not sure what Claude was thinking here either, and it built 2 of them. DeepSeek has somehow managed to place a headless piston. Maybe you do have some big aspirations in there after all. But a bedrock-breaking flying machine, I think, is a little bit too much for you right now, DeepSeek. Well, one thing that doesn't surprise me is that in the end, it all comes down to Gemini. What is Gemini building? Are these supposed to be the jets of a rocket ship? Surely not. Okay, maybe not. Does that? No, it doesn't. Wait a second. If I just replace this with slime, does that actually work? Oh my god. Oh my god, wait a second. If this is just lined up with that, all I need to do is just get rid of that block and then send it a block further. Then if I put some obsidian here just to stop it. Now if I send it... Oh my god. Yes, I had to help it out because it didn't know that honey blocks don't conduct redstone power. But aside from that and a few other blocks getting dragged along and messing it up, it has made a working flying machine. I am well and truly scared. I think now is a good time to unplug them. They're getting too smart. I'm gonna be replaced soon.